Coach Hercules, what an effort from him last weekend. Have you ever seen that in your day? A defensive lineman take
Yeah,
over a game like that.
that was an impressive showing by Hercules, and the thing you can't forget though is that it's obviously a team effort, and those guys on the back end are doing a great job of covering receivers, and that gives the guys up front a little extra time to get to the quarterback, and the guys up front are taking advantage of it. So it's been good.
You always talk about pad level. What's make Hercules so unique with his pad level and being able to get so low? Like, why is he such a great technician at that?
Well, when you add in the fact that he's got that quick twitch muscle, the great takeoff. So you take a great takeoff with great pad level, and he's strong and he's got great speed. That's a recipe for success on the defensive line. And so it all starts with being low, and as they stay low and they get off the ball, the offensive linemen, I think, have a little bit harder time to block someone like that because they got to move their feet to cover up that space where he finds his way through there pretty quickly.
Do you think his history of high school wrestling and all that comes into effect? I mean, how many defensive linemen do have that in their background?
Oh, no question. And Grinch is big on, guys that play basketball also, guys that wrestle, the multi-sport guys, just because of the cross-training, I think it allows them to be more athletic. It allows them, especially when we talk about wrestling, where, balance and body control is huge. So he can take a hit, maybe start to get knocked off balance, but he can correct it and continue to move forward all in the same. And that's what makes him a pretty good special player.
Maybe your first Apple Cup is it a game you've kind of had circled in the whole season, something you get to experience for the first time?
No question. Rivalry games are outstanding. They're great for the game, and you hear about the tradition and all the stories, and you. The stories are one thing, but to actually experience it is a completely different thing. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be a great atmosphere. If I understand right, it's sold out, and it's the toughest ticket to get in town. So and I think our guys will be ready for it, and I know they'll be ready, and it'll be a great game. I mean, it'll basically be coming down to who represents in the Pac-12 championship game, and that's huge for your last game of the year, last game for the seniors as far as regular season, for it to mean that much. So excited about being part of it, and looking forward to the moment.
What are some of the other kind of top rivalry games you've kind of been a part of as a coach, whether Minnesota or some of your previous stops?
Well, we had, when I first started coaching, DePaul versus Wabash. They played for the Monon Bell. It's a gigantic bell that came off an actual steam engine. And the schools are about 30 minutes apart, maybe 40 minutes apart from each other. And back in the day, they used to actually load up on a train, because there's some train tracks that ran past DePaul Stadium, and you just travel north to Crawfordsville, and they let them out right across the street from Wabash's stadium. So that's one heck of a rivalry. And obviously the ones we had at Minnesota, we had several obviously with Wisconsin and Iowa and Michigan, even Penn State. So I mean, those are always storied rivalry games, the trophy games. I know my son really likes them. He loves the trophy games, So he loves trophy games and bowl games because there's a trophy involved. So, and he's only 6 years old, so that's where society's at right now. But no, they're looking forward to it, and I think it'll be a great game because again, this is the rivalry game, and I think that's what makes it so special, because there is just one, and it's an in-state rivalry. So there's a lot at stake there.
Is there a tendency to maybe want to watch too much film when you have this extra week? Maybe sometimes you have to remind yourself to just kind of shut it off for the day and go back to the next day and not kind of kill yourself watching film and studying too much.
Yeah, well, I think you got to take advantage of the bye week and gave the guys a couple of days off to rest their minds and focus on some academic stuff, and I think that's important. And then you kind of get back into your routine, and you gain about an extra day or two on the back end of it, which is always a good thing. But I don't think you can ever watch too much film. I think our players do a great job of watching film, getting to know their opponent and kind of what to expect when they get out there. And the more you can see it, the better off you're going to be, because it'll become like second nature to you. So, but that'll be the bye week where it's placed at for us is great, because get a little extra time to prepare for a great team that we're going to have to go against.
When the schedule came out, did you feel the same way about the bye week?
Well, we were concerned as coaches, trying to figure out, 11 straight weeks is, I mean, that's a tough deal, you know. But Coach Grinch and Coach Leach, they said all the time, if it's easy, it's not worth it, you know. And so the guys have done a great job through the course of the season to get us to where we're at right now, and to have a chance to play in the last game and be a very meaningful game, not only for the rivalry, but also for the Pac-12 conference representation. So we were trying to buy days throughout the year. You know, we had those Friday days, and coming back to play on a Saturday, we tried to gain a day there. So we had a plan, and I think the plan worked out very well, and it got us to this point. So now that we got to here, it's a great placement for the bye week. I'm not sure we would have said that in the beginning, but you can't really control that. And Coach Grinch always says 80-20. You know, worry about the 80% of stuff that you can control. Can't worry about the 20% you can't. So, and the guys have done a great job of handling the 11-week run that we've had to endure.
How do the Huskies look in film support? They always kind of have a big physical offensive line. What else have you seen from them?
Yeah, they're a big physical team. Quarterback can throw the ball pretty good. Running back's a good hard runner, you know, and they change up. They get some good formations to get good angles on you. So we'll have our work cut out for us, and we're going to have to, try to own the line of scrimmage and stay low with our pad level to try to battle with their big guys, and hopefully we can have some success trying to slow down the run game, and then if we can do that, then maybe we can focus on the pass a little bit more and go from there. But very talented team, a lot of guys back, a lot of experience on that group. So then it's a rival game, so it's going to be, it's a one game season. So you're going to get everything that every kid has out there on that field. So it's pretty neat.
You guys good?
Thanks, Coach.
All right.